in all this writing about cowboys, well, the Zane Grey School, the Hollywood School, won't let one come quietly out. He doesn't come out the door. He jumps out the window. If he's not shooting one 6-shooter, he's shooting two. But I can't. I know I get ashamed of myself sometimes for having written so many stories about lost mines and buried treasure, because people think I've written directions for finding wealth. Well, I never wrote any, of course. You know, I was in love with the story. I've been a hunter of stories, not a hunter of lost mines and buried treasures. And a lot of these stories are made by very credulous people. But they don't lie about life. You know, folks are sentimental, but in folk songs and in folk tales, there's not a terrible lot of lying about life compared with self-conscious, compared with the product of self-conscious writers. Take the ballad of Sam Bass. Well, it's sort of Robin Hood, Sam Bass. And the ballad of Jesse James, Robin Hood's Jesse James. He robbed the rich and gave to the poor. But there's no actual line about the man. Take Sam Bass.
Yeah.
Kind-hearted feller you seldom ever see. He always drank good whiskey wherever he might be. Sam used to deal in race stock, one called the Denton Mare. He matched her in scrub races and took her to the fair. Well, here's a racehorse man, a whiskey man, free-hearted, spending other people's money, of course. Never had his own, but throwing it away. But there isn't any religiosity in it.
No.
There's no lying about him.
No.
Trying to make him out as a pious. You don't have him teaching a Sunday school class so to get somebody's votes, as we've had frequently among Texas governors.
Yeah.
These heroes were men first and heroes later. A long time ago, I discovered that Bowie was a land forger of land titles.
Yeah.
And I told Dr. Barker, I said, why don't you fellas that write school histories put in the facts about Bowie? Oh, he said it would disappoint. We don't want to break the illusion. It would disappoint the people. I've always heard about how generous these cowmen were. You and I both reared with them. And some of the stingiest white men that God Almighty ever let breathe were cowmen.
That's right.
The old saying is, and I've heard one cowman say it about another, he'd skin a flea for his hide and tallow.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've heard it applied to neighbors of ours, and justly applied, I think, too.
And I knew one that beat his horse to death. He wasn't much of a cowman. Don't call your enemy so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
Says show him up so that the conclusion is inevitable.
Yeah.